Okay, so for the WoW SETI videos, you want to look here at the Victoria Stafford, a psychic investigation.wordpress.com. This is the blog that the notes and the videos will be put on. And what I did, I call it the Paranormal UFO Ghost Stories, Dreams, Remote Viewing Visions. That's the title of it. Now at the very top here, I wanted to show you this. I started a WoW data lines math equations, okay? So I put this on here because I've been blogging the WoW signal on here with the videos, and I haven't really explained what it's about. So here I talk about the story of how I found the WoW signal and what started me into decoding it. Then I give you a little bit about the history of what I found out. And if we go down here, I took some pictures of the actual lines of data I've been working on, just to show you what I do. Again, this is there's 27 lines of data that I'm decoding, and we're still on line 18A. So, and there's the coordinates, the star coordinates from where the 60 QUJ5 signal came from. NASA has said that it is an alien signal. It's not from one of our satellites or anything. So, and there's the numbers there that I found, and of course I marked the line number beside it. What I did was took the group of numbers that were connected together, connect all the ones that are connected, and they form math equations. And here's the sheet with the all together. Here's the original WoW SETI binary code that J R Ehman looked at. You can see it's all ones and twos, ones and twos, ones and twos, and then in this section it's got the 60 QUJ5, and to him he writes down the word WoW. And that's why it was called the WoW alien radio signal, because it's got numbers of 6, 7, and then these numbers here, which was odd because usually your binary data has 1, 2, 3, 4s in it, and that's it. See how it looks like? This is where the WoW SETI signal originally originated from. On August 15, 1977. They said it's in the constellation of Sagittarius near the Chi Centauri star group. That's where they found it. In that section right there where that circle is. This just shows the bigger circle, but this is where it actually was originally in, between these star signs here. Okay, and then I've connected the Maya alien astronauts to the Kepler system, Kepler 22b, which is a twin planet of Earth. They say that they live in that area, in a biodome in the ocean. That's where they currently live. And they're saying that the gray aliens are living on Mars. There's the crystal skulls. This is the Arecibo message that we sent from Earth in 1972. This is the message we sent out to Earth, out from Earth to outer space using our satellites. Basically, it was to prove that they could send a signal out so many feet out into outer space. The data talks about how many humans are on Earth and what we're made up of and everything. And then we got a message back, another Arecibo message back from them, and it's different than ours. And they told us that they have millions, so many million people living on their planet, but they don't know where the signal came from. Okay, so we did get an answer back from this signal here. I think it was found in a crop circle. That's what it was. They found a crop circle with the Arecibo message in it, but it had the data changed in it, and the DNA was 4 strands, whereas ours is 2. The WoW signal came in 1977, which was a few years after this one went out. So that's 5 years difference. And after I'm done with the WoW SETI signal data, I'm going to work on the crop circles to see if there's anything I can find in those. And there's a crop circle there talking about the different planets and stuff. And this is Johannes Kepler. I forget who this other guy is. Sorry. And this is like a star chart. This is what I used to find the Kepler planet. I didn't know it was the Kepler 22. I had my theories that it was, and it wasn't until I started looking at the signals, the radio signals, and all the alien radio signals are coming from that exact area. They're in the Pegasus region. and I didn't know it was called Pegasus. It took me quite a bit of research. I started doing this in December 2011. So I brought up the different graphs and stuff that I used to find out where the signal was coming from and what it meant. And here's a map of the, I started writing the novel about the hidden scrolls, the ancient Mayan scrolls, the library of Mayan scrolls that have been missing. Again, it dates back to over 10,000 years ago. There was a civilization living on Earth that had a great earthquake, and millions of Maya people disappeared. So according to my theories, these ancient astronauts, they left some cave paintings here on Earth, and they told us that they went up in a spaceship and they've gone to live somewhere else. Many people have looked at the cave paintings, but they didn't know what the message meant. Everybody has their own theory of what it means, and to me it's their way of saying, look, we've left Earth and this is where we've gone. And of course, in our little feeble minds, we can't picture anybody leaving Earth and going to another complete total solar system that's millions of miles away, because we figure if we can't do it, they can't. But you got to remember, your pyramids and everything are made with types of technology that no one on Earth has been able to even come close to. So obviously the civilization that lived here before us over 10,000 years ago was quite advanced, mentally advanced, and just amazing what they could do and what they could make. And they weren't primitive like we thought they were. So this is another project. This is just mapping out where I think the Friar Diego de Landa, he talks about the lost scrolls of the Maya. He was a priest that actually burnt up most of the Mayan scrolls, supposedly, and he rewrote some, and we've got the codexes, and those are in at a museum. So my story that I wrote as fiction, because I'm not sure if it's true or not, right? It mentions the Mitchell Hedges crystal skull. In Mixi, Guatemala, it talks about underground tunnels, and then there's the Mitchell Hedges skull here. So I'm just showing you. So basically I wrote the story of WoW, why I started doing it, and what reasons I have behind it, and what I'm finding out about it. Just a generalization, and then I'm showing you some of the pictures of the stuff that it discusses. We'll be talking about the Mitchell Hedges skull as I go along and I get more and more research into it, trying to find out what these skulls can do. There's been a lot of testing done on them. There's the 13 skulls there. There is an ancient Mayan civilization that supposedly is going to put these 13 skulls together in December 21st, 2012. They're hoping that it'll stop this catastrophic event that's supposed to happen on Earth. And I just read about this yesterday, actually, so I'm not sure too much. I don't know if I got the right information or not. I know a lot of us think the world's going to end in 2012. I believe our technological age is going to end. The technology as we know it will end, and we're going to develop brand new technology that's going to completely change everything we do. From what we buy to what we wear, it's going to change everything. Again, this is a crop circle showing a gray alien. He's got a message there in binary code. Okay, so he's in my story, as well as I do have a little bit of crop circle information in the videos, because they are tied in with the WoW SETI signal, believe it or not. And to me, they're messages from whoever's living out there in La La Land, to let us know that they're there. And some people, there's a lot of people that are trying to figure out what these messages mean, and everybody has a different idea of what they are standing for. Here's the Maya codices from Jonah Normack's Archaeological Societies. This is from badarchaeology.wordpress. He doesn't believe that these are real, because they don't look at all like the other ones. But you got to remember, each civilization is 10,000 years apart. So what if they did do things different than the other people? We do things different than people do around the world. We have our own language. Here in Canada we do English and French, and we've got Scottish. We got everybody over here. And it could be the same for the aliens. They had different languages and stuff. So anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I've added it to the blog here. The story of the WOW data lines math equations. It goes into quite a bit detail of what it's all about and what started me on it. What basically got me doing this was I heard President Barack Obama's speech about the U.S. government knowing nothing at all about aliens or never being contacted by aliens, and it kind of pissed me off because, like, here we are believing in something. We believe in aliens. We see UFOs flying around all the time. There's tons of sightings and stuff, and then the government's saying, oh, well, we don't know anything about this, and it doesn't exist. And he said the reason it doesn't exist to him is because he doesn't have the scientific evidence. So I'm trying to find some scientific evidence to prove to President Barack Obama that aliens do exist. And that's what the story is going to be about. Only it's turned out to be a lot more than I expected. I didn't know there was hidden math equations in the WOW data. So what started as a way to prove that they exist is turned out to be much different than I thought. So I just wanted to use up this battery power and do a little video about what's going on with the blog. And again, when you go to the actual main blog here, the home, you can see that I do blog the videos. I haven't blogged them for the last